So everybody's grabbing lunch. I ate quick and decided to make a quick lap. I thought I'd film some. So we'll get this started. Go by everybody that's still relaxing and jump on to the awesome trails. So right off the bat, I get off trail, of course, get a stick and brake. We'll throw that off real quick. Well, the next day, Neil was up riding and said he about killed himself on this rock coming up here to the right. I slipped a little something right there and he busted his ass. Now I did down here and got the shit scare out there. Watch this. Bunny rabbit. Little bunny foo-foo. Very into this little valley. It's right by where everybody was parked. A couple years back, we ran this the opposite direction, so it would have been coming at us. And a little uphill right there as you come off that wood. I forgot that was there, and I actually launched myself. Watered up pretty good. But here we get all the way to the edge of the property line. Again, trying to use up as much property as we can. These valleys are kind of flooded. It was like this first part of the whole trail anyway. Coming up on some new stuff we added. I think it was just right before the end of the year. From here on forward. Nice little valley, and then this is where we'll do a hard ride at the end of this and turn on the side-by-side trail, and then do another hard left down that valley, and a little G out to the bottom of it. It's kind of sketchy, and moved as many rocks as we could, but still a lot of rocks. But again, trying to use up some of the property and add mileage. Yeah, we found this little valley kind of right along the edge of the other trail. I like this one. This one was sweet. This runs us right back to where everybody was parked. And then I saw somebody go across the top there, crisscross. It's kind of cool. You get to watch each other, but yeah, this one took a lot of work as well. So Sunday I went back up to pull down some arrows and just kind of clean things up, and then working on some other stuff. We're riding the four-wheeler down this trail, actually opposite direction I'm going right now. Right about there, I about killed myself. I'm not a four-wheeler rider, and that son bitch went right off the freaking ledge. Used some ratchet straps to bring it back, and saved it. This section, Tyler and his dad really busted ass on. Sledgehammers, beating rocks. Again, it's not one of the most smooth and comfortable ridges, but definitely allowed us to run some different stuff and get out on this bigger side-by-side trail again, and just had more mileage. Thank you, Team Richardson. All right, I want to know who else about busted their ass every time I went around this corner coming up. It's that hard left. It's real slick. Right about here, and it's got some roots. Man, I busted my ass twice there today. Nothing big, but who else fell? Catching up to two guys. Well, listen to that FMF pipe on there versus the stock pipe. A lot more grunt. Yep, started getting a little close to him. That's okay. I take care of that here in just a minute. But well, I'll ride behind these guys and film a little bit. Kind of kept my space a little bit, but yeah, coming up, I just decided it was time to check the ground and make sure it all looked good. Yeah, so right about here, bam. Slick root. We'll leave that in. Okay, where's my hose at? Coming up on one of my favorite parts of the trail. Keith Obermeyer and I kind of walked this one winter, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and we were using that little flat area to the left of us here that we'll eventually come back down on, but kind of walk the edge of this, and I like that. I don't know, it's kind of technical, tight, but still float a little bit, lets you have a little bit of speed. And the left-hander at the end of this, where you dip back down in that little flat area, it's got a nice berm to it, and lay into it and roll. Except for me, right there, I didn't land a shit. And then this tree crossing coming up, Mr. Richardson, that was his idea. Stack these logs up there, and we can either go around or go over it. I was just thankful they finally left a log. For some reason, people like to cut logs out. I prefer to leave them in, but it's all right. We're here for everybody's enjoyment, not just mine. Nice slick rock right there. It's better to go over it. Pause here for just a minute. Coming up on quote-unquote Kenny's section. It's not my section. We actually called it Sandstone Ridge. So many rocks, and we kept going, man, what are we going to do here? I was like, well, it's sandstone. Either we can break it up or remove it. So Tyler, Big Hoss, Keith Obermeyer, Jeff Warren, and me, got my friend that doesn't even ride, worked this ridge, gosh, 3-4 weekends over the winter. Maddox work, come-alongs to move those rocks that you see on the side there. Come up on one section where it was just littered. Either we'd have to figure out how to harden duro over them, or maybe build a shelf to go around them. But spent, I'd say 2 days out here with the come along, and just got them off the trail. It's kind of like right here, a lot of this big stuff right here, that was just covered. But fun times. Everybody that, if you know me at all, I just enjoy working on this shit. Love laying out trail. Sometimes it's flowy, sometimes it's not. Once we got down to the end of that ridge and started coming back, these valleys were just real nasty, and even the ridges. So just really tried to find the easiest way to get back. So they're nothing special. A lot of them they don't flow. I forget which way it goes, and we had to build a lot of shelves and really drag a lot of dirt down just to make it work. Almost from here forward, there's probably 4 or 5 considerable ledges we had to kind of build just to get us around the rock and get us through the muck, keep us out of the mud. But thanks everybody for coming out and riding it, because that was one of our intentions, was to try to beat it in. Now we can go back and make some tweaks, but yeah, that was the intent. And maybe we'll jump up on top of the ridge a little bit more and maybe clear some more of the valleys and make it a little more flowy. But it added almost 3/4 of a mile. I think I timed most people, it was like 3 minutes extra entering the ridge till you hop back out on the normal stuff. So fun times. Yeah, to me, once we jump back across that side-by-side trail, um, these longer valleys, the way they're positioned, yeah, there's a little bit of rock in them for sure, but the dirt's usually really good and they flow. Tyler and his dad really put a lot of effort on this. Gosh, Tyler would have to chime in how many years and years. And they clean one up, run the other direction, add another, and just over time go through and bust out some rock, just make them flow a little bit better. But I do like once we get to the end of this and start coming back and hitting those valleys there a little bit better. Yep. Saw two guys over there to the left. You'll see them here in a minute. Dude, I ate it hard back here when I was getting close to you. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed you were coming on, and all of a sudden I was like, where'd it go? Oh, I wiped out bad. I can see it. Yeah. I'd come back up here and just do it again. You alright then? Oh, yeah. Cheesecake. You alright? I'll take the wind out of you.